So.
You're actually actively resting your elbows on
Sometimes I will, yeah. I'll say, hey, go down there and like the last repetition, get down there, pry yourself down with your chest up and kind of screw your hips into the floor. Absolutely.
It's almost like just an active stretch to get that hip mobility going for the beginning of the off season.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's great. It's a great tool, especially like phase 1 off season, trying to get them back into that position and setting them up for front squats or single leg squats. Yeah, so again, we'll do like 3 to 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps. Again, the primary focus is on doing it properly, chest up, getting nice and low. Again, never seen anyone goblet squat incorrectly, so it's a good selling tool when someone says they can't squat low. Okay?
You don't mind so much about the shoulder and hip width position because it's slight, or?
Well, yeah, mine was probably messed up. I wasn't probably thinking about it, but if I was coaching myself, I'd say get your shoulders back, get nice and tall. And you know, I like to think about you want to lengthen the spine too, so nice and tall. Okay, I probably wasn't doing that.
But you do let the weight go away to compensate?
No, I don't like that. I keep it nice and close. Yeah. So, any questions about the goblet squat? Yeah.
I'm sorry, just you were in a very low position.
Yeah.
Okay. Not parallel.
Oh, I was lower. I'm sorry, you couldn't see the. I hope I was. Was I?
Yeah, you were lower.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, you were lower.
So yeah, no, I want that. I mean, I'm not saying I want them to squat that way,
Okay.
but when the guys don't go all the way, like they're not going to parallel, and you show them they can do that, then
Right.
that's what I want. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Question over here? Yeah.
Do you see like a goblet squat and like a rack, like with 2 kettlebells rack? You see that as the same thing? Like in order
No,
to
different. You mean the double front squat?
Yeah.
Different because it's more load for sure. Definitely more demanding. We've done that too, but I'll talk about that. Like we have a tough time with teaching a large group of guys how to get that rack position. So if I was working one-on-one with people or small group, I might get into something like that. And I've done it myself. It's a great exercise, but not something I did as a team yet. I would do it with my BU guys in a heartbeat. So, all right. Turkish get-up. Now this exercise is one that I've found it to be really beneficial with my pro guys in the college setting. It's an exercise that it's difficult. I think it's if you break it down into logical progressions, you can teach it pretty good, and I'll go over that. But I think I first jumped into it like before I actually took the RKC. I just said, oh, we gotta try these get-ups. And like we were doing get-ups with my off-season guys, and I remember having, I'd have a guy, I'd like, all right, let's do 3 sets of 5 each side. And it's, if you don't know who George Paros is, he was a tough guy for the Ducks for years, and he was ready to kill me after a couple workouts of that. I hate these damn get-ups. But it's like a conditioning session watching a guy like that do get-ups, you know. But anyways, I ended up learning more about it at the RKC, and then I'm like, oh wow, we gotta break it down. We gotta do it the right way and do it properly. And then when I started doing that and seeing the benefits of it from a phase-to-phase basis of the progression, you know, I really liked what I saw. I liked it because it teaches shoulder stability. It's also single leg strength. It's hip hinging as well. And it's also an evaluation tool very similar to the swing, except you get it from a unilateral perspective when you're getting the hips up in that extended position. And we'll go through all that. I also first learned it at a Perform Better seminar. It was Mark Chang who taught it. And like I think I had like 8 kilos in my hand, and I was scared shitless of this guy because I was doing things wrong. And so that was my first kind of introduction to it. So I think I found a way to do it with my athletes and be strict with the technique and form, but you know, I don't want the guys scared to do it. So, I just want to mention that there was a player in our gym right now. He played for Nashville Predators. He's a really, really strong guy, and he couldn't do 8 kilos the first phase of the exercise. So there's definitely some stabilizer muscles that definitely get worked on, and you know, I think, in my opinion, like a guy like that needs to be able to do get-ups, you know. So anyways, how we started. So we always try to think about toe that way, 45 degrees. Now we're grabbing the kettlebell. You know, usually we're not going too heavy where, you know, I can just go like that easily, but sometimes we get into a situation where we roll, then set up, okay? Then we press. Okay, so we do a one-arm press. Now if you can see here, I don't want this, okay? I want the shoulders packed and down, shoulders away from my ears, okay? And that's the starting position, okay, right here. So what we'll do is we'll break it down into 4 phases. So for example, in an off season, phase 1 is roll to the elbow to the hand, okay? Phase 2 is hip extension. Phase 3 is split position, and the phase 4 is the full get-up. So we progress that along throughout the whole summer, okay? And if I was in the pro setting, I'd probably start with that during the preseason with the first phase and kind of progress as the season went along. We did it for a number of years as part of our core sequence on practice days, and some guys wouldn't do it, but a lot of other guys would do it, and I think we saw a lot of benefit as far as preventing injuries. Okay. So first phase, roll to a elbow to the hand. So we're thinking driving the elbow into the ground and then putting the hand down. Okay? That's it. So we'll spend the whole phase doing that twice a week. 2 to 3 sets of 5 reps. Okay? Now, what the key is to get the guys to think about is driving the elbow into the floor versus it being a crunch. Okay? And that when you teach that, that's when they kind of figure it out. Okay? Some guys want to do a sit-up with it, and we don't want that. We want them to think about elbow into the ground hard, plant the hand down. Okay? So a couple things we're getting our guys to stare at the kettlebell, shoulders back and down, elbow, hand, down. Okay? So we'll do 5 reps or so each side. And again, some people will think that's really easy, that first phase, but we're cementing the proper technique and process for the future. Okay? So phase 2, this is where it kind of, I was talking about the get-up being an evaluation tool. The swing being an evaluation tool. Now the get-up is also an evaluation tool, especially in this phase for your players' hips. Okay? So we're going elbow, hand. Now this is important here. We're driving this up. So this right hip all the way up. All right? Back down. Okay? So that part there, I'm looking at their ability to extend their hip, because sometimes we'll get situations where, you know, it's this. And we get to unlock that, so we'll get into our soft tissue work, myofascial work, to get this opened up, and then we'll strengthen back there. So I look at that all the time. I look at that and say, all right, we need to work on this with this guy or that guy, and we want to make sure we get great extension during that phase, okay? So I've actually done half get-ups a lot, just doing that phase over a period of time as part of our core program. Okay? So now, elbow, hand, extension, right here. I'm getting in that position. I'm going back down. Okay, so that phase to me is like, it's we're hinging as well. We're hinging, same thing we're doing with the swing. We're hinging, we're sticking our butt back, chest up. We're trying to get that hinge position locked in as well. So we have to correct that to make sure that they're doing that phase too, okay? So again, during the off season, we'll spend 3 weeks on each phase. So then we'll go last phase, hips, eye on the kettlebell. Now I'm looking straight ahead. I'm looking straight ahead here, stepping up, okay? Back, down. So there's the get up. So we won't be doing that until like the last 3 weeks of the off season. The air is pretty thin. So, anyways, but so we don't just jump into doing a full get up. The dumber version of myself first started doing that, but then I realized we got to break it down, correct things as we went along, and just see something similar to that. So it's a strength exercise too. Like we use it part of our workout. Later on in the workout as part of a tricep on our higher CNS intensive strength days. In season though, we'll use it as a core exercise before practices. That's what we did in the NHL for so long. And then, one second. I hope you can appreciate it as an evaluation tool as well as an exercise. Yeah?
How strict are you about foot movement?
You know what, I'm not. To be honest with you, I'm not. I think, I realize that like there's no get up policeman around saying, hey, you gotta put your feet here. Like, I just don't want them to drop the kettlebell. And I've never seen anyone drop it, knock on wood, but I've never seen anyone drop it. It's always been done in a safe environment. We've used spotters when guys want to go heavy. I've used my personal training clients that go heavy, I'll spot them, but no, it's, there are things like, in the first part of the exercise, I don't want their knees caving in. I'll just cue them to keep their knees out. But no, I don't mind people adjusting their feet like I did actually.
Or like the ankle kick?
Yeah, no, some people do that, but I try to prevent that, especially on I know what you're saying when you first come up.
Yeah.
That's the guys who aren't, those are the people who are thinking crunch versus drive the elbows in.
Okay.
Yeah. So, any other questions about the get up? Yeah.
Yeah, what's your cue for that fourth phase? Is it like a pull that leg back and through? Or how do you kind of teach those guys to get up into that position?
You mean the when we?
Yeah, when you pull that leg back and you're actually starting to get up.
Well, I just coached it and taught it, and just hey, this is what I want you to do. Get that knee under the hips.
Okay.
And that seemed like it worked. But then again, in the team setting, it looks pretty good. The only difference is some guys have it difficult with this, or they'll do that. You lower the weight, you have them grip it hard, and you coach them. You can change it. It's just with any other exercise, you take the weight down. You're correcting the exercise. So.
Sean, I got a question.
Yeah.
When you see a bend in that elbow, when they start getting up and they force it, they lose that locked out stability.
Yeah.
Is that a signal to you? Is that a signal to you to back off the weight?
Absolutely. Yeah, I absolutely take the weight down.
Okay.
And then it's all, it could be trap weakness or anything. It's to be specific, but we want to get them here, and they can do that with a lighter weight. It's great. It's a corrective exercise right in itself. Questions? Anything else about the get up? Okay. So for the most part,